South Africa has opened an investigation into the unexplained arrival of a chartered aircraft carrying 153 Palestinians from Gaza after the group was held for more than 10 hours on board at Tambo International Airport due to missing departure stamps in their passport. President Cyril Ramaphosa said he was briefed on the situation after Home Affairs officials initially denied the group entry. Authorities later allowed 130 passengers into the country after a local charity intervened and officials verified their accommodation arrangement. The remaining 23 passengers continued to other destinations. All travelers held valid passports and none applied for asylum, officials confirmed. Let's take a look.
Yesterday we had a plane of 160, we're carrying 160 Palestinians landing at Tambo, and these are people from Gaza who somehow mysteriously were put on a plane that passed by Nairobi and came here. And I got to hear about it from my Minister of Home Affairs, wanting to know, what do we do now? And I said, we cannot turn them back. Even though they do not have the necessary documents and papers, these are people from a strife-torn, a war-torn country. And out of compassion, out of empathy, we must receive them.
How does the global community fail to unsee serious actions, the circumstances surrounding their departure from Gaza, and how they were placed on the flight remain unclear? Local media reported that the aircraft passed through Nairobi before arriving in Johannesburg. Egypt's military liaison office, Kogat, said the group left Gaza after receiving approval from an unnamed third country. Now, the Palestinian embassy in South Africa said the passengers had departed from Egypt's Ramon Airport via Nairobi without prior coordination. It accused an unregistered organization of taking advantage of Gaza's humanitarian crisis by misleading families, collecting money, and arranging irregular travel. Now, let's take a look. A lot of Palestinians are speaking up. Let's listen.
من الخروج من غزة خرجنا بدون أي مقتنيات شخصية فقط ما كنا يعني كل شيء أشياء اللي كنا لابسينها.
People didn't know where they were going to. Some of them thought they were going to Indonesia. Some thought they were going to Malaysia. Others were not sure. Nobody knew they were coming to South Africa until they landed here. Why were the people not given any food on the plane? That's what the refugees told us. Thirdly, why did they wait 13 hours on the tarmac and not keep an air conditioner on and only keep one door open, and people were caught in a terrible condition?
Was this rather dramatic? Well, that was the situation on ground. Meanwhile, Home Affairs Minister Leon Schreiber said Palestinians normally qualify for 90-day visa-free entry, but missing departure stamps, no return ticket, and incomplete accommodation details triggered the initial refusal. Once authorities confirmed that the travelers were not seeking asylum and verified their lodging, they were admitted. Gift of the Givers, which is providing accommodation for the group, criticized airport authorities' conduct, saying the passengers were left waiting for hours on the tarmac and were prevented from receiving food supply by the organization, as we have just seen and listened. Now, civil society groups have urged authorities to investigate both the conditions the Palestinians fled in Gaza and the exact routes taken by the aircraft. One passenger told local media he was relieved to reach South Africa with his wife and children after surviving 2 years of conflict in Gaza. Now, South Africa has long been a strong supporter of the Palestinian cause, with its position rooted in solidarity efforts dating back to the early 1990s. Since the latest Gaza conflict began, the country has seen large pro-Palestinian demonstrations as well as smaller pro-Israel gatherings. So could that be the reason why a huge number of Palestinians moved over to South Africa? We see that in 2023, the records don't lie, South Africa filed a case at the International Court of Justice accusing Israel of genocide in Gaza, a claim Israel rejected as unfounded. Now, this is the situation right here in South Africa, and the actions that Cyril Ramaphosa will take will definitely project a picture the global world will definitely look into.